Pokemon Legends Z to A was just announced a few days ago, and there is a ton of mystery surrounding this redevelopment plan for Lumiose City. It also had me wondering a few things. When is this game going to take place? And more importantly, what starters can we expect to see this time around? What's up, trainers? It's Wazakas Gaming, and don't forget to hit that sub button as we dive into potential starters for Pokemon Legends Zygarde. The first Legends game brings us back in time to the formation of the Sinnoh region and brought us the unconventional starter trio of Oshawott, Cyndaquil, and Rowlet. Because Z to A is in fact a Legends installment, it is safe to assume that we will continue this pattern of unconventional starter trios, but for the Kalos region. Now, to figure out what starters are most likely to appear in Pokemon Z through A, we first have to eliminate a few that we can safely assume won't be. Number one, we can go ahead and eliminate the starters of the previous Legends game, so Rowlet, Oshawott, and Cyndaquil are all out. Next, we can take a look at the concept of the original X and Y titles, where we get access to a second line of starters through your Kalos journey. That would, of course, be the Kanto starters. For this reason, I feel like it's a safe bet that we won't get access to them outside of any post-game shenanigans, and can safely assume that they won't appear as our starter lineup. This would also eliminate the original Kalos trio of Chespin, Froakie, and Fennekin, as this would go against the unconventional trio rule. So already that's 9 Pokemon that we can safely cross off the roster. Next, I want to take a look at the end of the Legends trailer, where they made an emphasis to point out that Mega Evolutions were making a return to the game. Now, of course, this is all just speculation. If I were making a new main series game, I would use this opportunity to pick starters that can gain new Mega Forms to keep things fresh and interesting. Because of this, I'm going to eliminate starters that already have access to Mega Evolutions. That would mean Hoenn is also off the list. We can also gather that since Scarlet and Violet just wrapped up, that we won't have any of those starters appearing in the next mainline game. So now we have knocked several regions off of our list and are left with Unova, Alola, and Johto, all of which have already had starters pulled from in the previous Legends game, and Galar and Sinnoh as our only 2 untouched regions. Because of this, my bet is that 2 of the starters in Z and A are gonna come from Galar and Sinnoh, but what about the third? To be honest, this one was a little hard for me to speculate, but I have seen many creators, including M&J TV, mention that because we skipped over the Gen 5 remakes that everyone was expecting, maybe this region could see a little bit of love by us taking another starter from them. I also want to note that we are going to be coming up on the 15th anniversary of the game's debut in 2010 in Japan, so I could absolutely see them getting a bit of spotlight before the release of their remakes potentially in the next year or 2. But if we follow the line of thought that one of the starters is going to be coming from Unova, we already know it's not Oshawott, which only leaves Tepig or Snivy. The Tepig line really isn't that popular, so I would be a little bit surprised if they chose Tepig over Snivy. So I am going to vote for the Snivy line as our grass starter pick for the next games. And if we get the Snivy line due to popularity from Unova, I would hope personally for Piplup from Sinnoh, one of my favorite starters outside of Trico, which would leave Fire from the Galar as Scorbunny. Though I do want to point out that just because Tepig isn't the most popular of the 3 starters, doesn't mean that Pokemon wouldn't give him some attention by making him the Fire-type starter of Z through A. This would not be the first time that Pokemon has taken a seemingly unpopular Pokemon, given them some form of spotlight, and then people fall in love with them. And if that's the case, then we could absolutely see a Grookey from the starter trio or any replacement for Piplup. But I do want to remind everyone that these are just my opinions, and I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Let me know what 3 starter Pokemon you are going to hope for in these next games. And don't forget to click on one of these videos where we are going to be ranking the best and the worst starter Pokemon in every single region. And that's going to do it for me on this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that sub button, like the video, and we will see you in the next one.